It's literally I have no choice for what song of the week is. They're force feeding it down our throats, so we have to do it.
Call it force feed it, or are you just mad about? Why are you mad about it though?
I call it that because the Raw after the Rumble, fair enough. SmackDown after the Rumble, but fair enough. But then the Raw after the Rumble, damn 3 shows in a row. This fool gets a damn 10-minute entrance to open the show up. What are we doing, man?
WrestleMania main event. Jey Uso, bruh.
I guess I just worry that with them overdoing it so much, with them putting the long entrances at the start of the shows for the last few shows, that it's kind of feeding into that negativity around his Rumble win. And it's kind of forcing him into a box of looking like a one trick pony when I feel like he's really not. Like, when you give him the chance to cook on the mic, I feel like he will give really strong, really good promos. It's just they're forcing him into the yeet category where that's all he's allowed to do is come out and yeet and get everyone all hyped up. And I mean,
That's him giving, bruh.
I don't know. I just feel like I see I'm stuck in two minds about it because then part of me does feel like maybe we're over analyzing it, maybe we're over reading into it. Like, it is what it is. He's having his big hype moment right now, and just like I do try to like have fun and embrace it with the entrances, but then it's the third time in a row with the whole like,
All right,
and
so
especially with the encore shit where it's like the music stops, everything stops, and then he's got to look at the camera, do the whole thing, and like get him to run it back again. And it's like, okay, the first time, okay, I get it, it's hyped up, you just won the Rumble, that's fair. Second time, okay, like I get it. It's a bit much, but you just like I said, you just won the Rumble, so fair enough. Got your shit off on Raw, get your shit off on SmackDown, do your thing. Then you come back on the next Raw after that and do the same thing again. It's like fuck. And like at least this time they mixed it up a bit with Gunther coming in and beating the shit out of him and kind of I feel like that puts an end to that. At least like him kicking off the show with the whole big super entrance. Like I feel like that should be over now. But damn, man, like it was just a lot. It was just a lot. Like that. Like I said, I just feel like they were force feeding us the yeet shit for the last few shows. And it's like I get it. I'm happy for him that he won the Rumble. Our thoughts more in depth if you want to hear that or here on the channel where we kind of broke it down more. But yeah, man. Like I just want to hear him talk more. I don't want to see him yeet the whole time. Mm. How how are you feeling about the hype on Jay? Because we haven't really talked about it on the channel at least since literally the day of the Rumble. We reacted right after, so we're now just over like a week or so away from the Rumble win. How are you feeling about it? About a week and a half afterwards, has your hype changed at all? Are you feeling better, worse about it?
I'm feeling better about it, but not too better about it. Like, yes, we probably, but I heard the biggest complaint, which I kind of agree, which I was gonna ask you, is like, okay, how come we're mad about John Cena winning, but Jey Uso won though? And it's like, oh, we complain about this and that, but John Cena has like, oh, similar gimmicks and shit like that.
What can you explain what you're saying by that a bit more? Like, what's the comparison between John and Jay that people are making?
Just hype entrance, fucking similar, fucking wrestling styles and shit like that, and just fucking having.
Okay, so I haven't seen any of this. That's why I'm asking. So you're saying there's a crowd online.
I literally sent you a meme about it, and like you just kind of like fucked it off because you were mad about it and shit like that. You remember? Yeah, there you go. You remember it now. That was just one of the memes that's out there and shit like that. That was just like a fucking troll meme, but there's like,
Huh. Okay. I mean, I guess to me, Cena has shown over the years that he does have a bit of a deeper bag than Jay. So I don't really see that comparison. Like, yes, they're both have a big hype entrance and all that type of shit, but then John comes out and actually cuts promos and actually tells the shit. Like, that's what I want to see from Jay right now, and I know he's capable of it. We've seen it before,
mm-hmm.
so I just want to see them let Jay cook a bit more rather than just the whole like the promo he cut on the first Raw after the Rumble was pretty good where he got all emotional and stuff. Like, it dragged a bit, but the emotion and everything was real and so you could feel that, which was cool. But I feel like since that first Raw after the Rumble, it's been a little bit downhill since then. But I don't know. I don't know. Um
Do, big question is, I know it's early. Do you want to see Jay Uso as the world heavyweight champion?
well, I mean that is obviously the path that we're going on now. He's officially picked Gunther.
Yeah.
Ah,
Early take for how you feeling right now. I know it's still early. I know we
okay, so all right. As of right now, no.
Yeah.
As of right now, no. I was about to like really start overthinking it, going deep into it, but I'm just off the rip. My emotional feeling reaction to it is no, and I'll tell you why. To me, Gunther, especially I would say like since the new year turned in 2025, he's really coming into his own as the world heavyweight champion, and I don't see any reason why that needs to stop right now. If Jay over the next however many weeks we have until Mania, which is quite a while, I'm pretty sure still like a good 2 to 3 months. If Jay over this period of time can convince me with the promos, with the story and everything that like he's been through it and it's his time, blah blah blah, like I'm willing to be convinced. Just so far, I feel like we haven't got there. But it's early still. Like he just picked Gunther.
Yeah.
And so there's still a lot of time left for their feud to develop and everything like that. But just you asked me the question as of right now, honestly, I love what Gunther's doing with the title and I don't know why, like especially looking at what Jay did with the Intercontinental Championship, literally held it for like 3 4 weeks and lost it, didn't even defend it at a PLE. It was pointless. Like if that's what I have to go off of is Jey Uso with the singles title, there's not much there for me to work with. I don't really know what the potential is. So that's why I say like as of right now, nah, but we'll see what he could do to convince me. I'm gonna flip it around on you though. Like what are you feeling? Do you want Jay to beat Gunther? As of right now, do you want to see Jay have his Mania moment?
Yes, because I would love to see where the story goes from there.
Just out of curiosity?
Yep.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe we have fucking just some bullshit happen, like the fucking final boss. Just out of nowhere comes and starts challenging this motherfucker. And we're like, oh yeah.
I mean, that would obviously make it interesting.
It'll be bullshit, but it'll make it interesting. Some
Yeah.
bullshit like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like you never know, bro. That's what makes it.
It's possible, I guess. Like they all exist in that bloodline universe, so it's possible. Let me ask you this: if you were in control of the booking, if you were Mr. Triple H himself, and Jay wins the title at Mania, how are you booking like his next couple months? Where does Jay go from there?
Oof.
You don't have to give you like the week by week breakdown, but just like your overarching picture of what does a Jey Uso title reign look like to you, I guess. What do you want to see?
At max, he's.
If you're telling me you're curious about it, I'm curious to hear.
No, at minimum, honestly, he's gonna have to at least have 3 title defenses if it's
Okay.
gonna be some serious shit.
So you're talking a pretty decent title run, at least
probably like
a few months.
half a year, probably.
Okay, good 6 month title run. So dropping it maybe around like Survivor Series ish sometime later.
Some
in the year.
bullshit like happens to him or some shit like that, story wise or something.
Who would you want to see him start feuding with? Like, where do you see his title run going from? I'm just curious. I would just want to know what
You never
people
know,
want to
bro.
see.
Just
Obviously, it's
Fatu,
so early.
Solo
Yeah.
Sikoa, fucking
Okay.
all of them, bro.
Okay.
Fucking the final boss.
Okay.
Like I told you, can fucking put his nose in shit out of nowhere.
Okay. I'm not mad at it. Like I said, like I'm open minded at this point. Like I'm still curious to see where they go from here. It's just as of right now, they haven't convinced me. As of right now, I'm still a little on the side of not sure if that's who should have won the Rumble. Not sure if that's where we needed to be going for WrestleMania. But I'm willing to have my mind changed. We'll see what happens. But damn, man. I guess this is the other question I have for you when I've was watching and realized that that was it. That Jay's picking Gunther. Did he make the right choice for you? Are you happy with him
Yeah.
going with Gunther over
I feel
Cody?
like Cody can have a more, oh, like a more interesting story with a different person.
I 100% agree with
Rather
you.
it be John Cena, CM Punk, whoever the fuck. Because I feel like Gunther,
Roman,
I feel like
Seth,
just like,
Drew.
even though yes, how much you were like gassing Gunther and how much I haven't, but Gunther can definitely like make the story with fucking Jay easy and shit like that, and make that shit a really good
They
story.
already have some history with each other right
Mhm.
now. Like it just makes sense for them to kind of continue it. I know a lot of people are gonna be upset because it's like, oh, we just saw it. It doesn't feel like a big hyped up feud because like we've already been given the match recently. But I feel like we gotta look at it from a different perspective as far as like Jay came close and now he's got all this new momentum behind him. Like I feel like we have to look at this as a new elevated Jay Uso going against Gunther compared to the Jay
That
Uso
last
that faced
time,
him at
yeah.
Saturday night's main event. Like, and I know that's a quick turnaround, but that Rumble win, like the momentum has picked up so massively that like we have to look at Jay. I feel like through a new lens, and it does make the fight with Gunther a little bit more interesting because when we went into main event, I felt like there was a 5 to 10% chance that Jay won the match. I think now it's more like a 50-50. You know what I mean? Like just that Rumble win alone has elevated his stock that much to where the match feels a lot closer. And so for that reason, I'm not mad at them repeating it because it feels different now with Jay's momentum. And we'll see, man. Like I agree. I do think that Cody, there's just so many more interesting options on the table, and not to be fucked up to Jay, but it's like, dude, you just got to this main event picture. There's a lot of guys with a lot more history and stock built up with the fan base that we would want to see go up against Cody at WrestleMania. And so I'm happy that they are still trying to elevate Jay, but putting him in a spot where it makes more sense. And we'll just have to see where it goes from here. But yeah, man, I don't know. Fucking yeet.
Yeet. No
I
yeet.
guess.
I feel like you're more no yeet.
Well, yeah, a little bit. I'm like a tentative yeet. I'm a hesitant yeet. I'm a cautious yeet right
can't
now.
be sitting on the fence. Can't be no sleep.
Well, then, yeah, I guess I'm a bit more no yeet at the moment. Just because I'm like, damn, okay.
You can't be cool with fucking. Everybody needs to say, I love Roman Reigns. He's my tribal tree.
All right, then, no yeet. Fuck it. Fuck you. This is pretty annoying to me. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to have to just rant for a second. It was announced recently, I think on the last episode of Raw, that Io Sky is getting a title shot against Rhea Ripley after her getting screwed over in her qualification match. And the match is going to be on the Monday Night Raw after Elimination Chamber. I'm frustrated by the timing of it. So to me, even putting the match on Elimination Chamber would have been a slight disservice to what Io Sky's been cooking recently. Because to me, and I know there's a lot of others out there that feel the same way, Io Sky deserves a WrestleMania match against Rhea Ripley. It's the best available opponent for her. There's nobody else in the women's division that will deliver as strong of a match at WrestleMania as Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. I strongly believe that. You do Charlotte versus Tiffany, you find a way to get Io versus Rhea. To me, that was the title picture in the women's division done. Nice and easy. But then Io Sky has this weird interference shit happen with Rhea and Liv in her Elimination Chamber qualification match. And I'm already thinking, okay, like, that's fucked up. Maybe they find a way to get her into one of the future qualification matches because she got screwed over. Like she gets a last chance qualifier match, something like that. Like maybe they still find a way to work her into the chamber last minute so that she could still get her Mania match that she deserves. That's what I was like optimistically hoping for.
Mm-hmm.
But then instead of that, they just jump straight to the title match, and not at Mania where it should be. Not even at Chamber. At least you could say then, fuck it, at least it's on a PLE. At the Raw after Elimination Chamber. Which tells me there's a 0% chance she's winning that belt, because there's no way they're going to have that big of a title change on just an episode of Raw after a PLE.
Mm-hmm.
However many weeks away from WrestleMania, that close.
Especially depending who wins it too.
Exactly. Like, whoever wins the Chamber, that's going to open up so much other shit for, like, that's going to define Rhea Ripley's WrestleMania feud and everything. There's no way they're going to switch and pivot everything that last minute. So I just, now as a fan of Io Sky, as someone who thinks that she is probably, the best in-ring worker in the women's division, maybe in the entire WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And she's getting buried on a fucking episode of Raw? The fuck? Like, to me, that was my Rumble winner. This is on our channel. I predicted her as the Royal Rumble winner. And I even had Becky, Asuka, Charlotte, Alexa, all these people returning. I predicted all of that. None of that really happened, except Charlotte. But I predicted all that crazy shit, and I still said Io would win because I felt like it was deserved. And it was the best possible feud. It gets her locked into a big WrestleMania match, and all these other big names will find their way into a match. But fuck, bro. I just feel like they're burying Io a bit. And I hope to be wrong, but I don't know. I don't know. Did you have any reaction to it when you saw it? I don't know how you're feeling about it.
No.
So who do you want to see face Rhea at Mania? Just out of curiosity.
Oh.
Because when you really start thinking about it, that's why I'm so passionate about Io getting into that Mania match. Because who else is there?
But that's too soon, because that's one of our topics now. Because that's one of the Elimination Chamber teams now.
Well, no, we'll talk about that later, I guess. Yeah, but that's a whole separate topic though of who you think is gonna win the Chamber. I'm saying who you just, in a dream scenario, you could pick anyone from the women's roster to face Rhea Ripley in a Mania match. Who would you want?
Ooh.
Just what do you think is the best banger?
At the moment, who's like available right now?
Yeah, like a realistic option from the women's roster that could give you a banger 5-star Mania match against Rhea.
Either Bailey or Io Sky.
And I feel like Bailey's had a lot of WrestleMania moments and has had her kind of time, and will have her time again. Like, Bailey's already solidified as a star. I feel like Io's the one who could really get elevated from a match like this. To me, Io's the best shot. Like, that's the best choice by far in the women's division to face Rhea and Mania.
And her winning fair and fucking, like, actually putting in a good match and shit like that, getting the 3 count.
Even if she loses, like, just putting on a banger match still. Like, I feel like she would get so elevated from just being on that big of a stage with a big ass star, like someone who's that significantly huge as Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley, yeah.
I feel like it would be a big moment for Io Sky, something that she deserves. And yeah, like I said, I guess I'm just frustrated that I feel like she's getting buried a bit, man. Like I the only thing I can hope for is that somehow there's again some more interference or some other shit that happens in that match after Chamber, on that Raw after Chamber.
Ew.
And she somehow still is able to kind of finagle her way into a Mania match. But right now, it's looking like it's gonna be a weird path. If the path is there, it's gonna have to be unorthodox. I just don't know why we couldn't have had her in the Elimination Chamber in the first place, because it's Io Sky. Do we not remember the fucking shit she did at Survivor Series just however many months ago, a couple months back? Jumping inside of a trash can off the top of a cage. You tell me you don't want to see that in the Chamber? See what the fuck she could do in there? Like, come on, man. What are we doing? I don't know, man. Just push Io, man. I'm trying to start the push Io movement. And I know we're a tiny ass channel. We only get our
I
little
guess
views here and there, but
I guess that's Triple H answer to your movement.
oh, you know,
A title match on the Raw after Elimination Chamber.
thanks a lot,
Yep.
Hunter. Piece of sh.
No.
Well, he's acting like a bit of a dickhead when it comes to
Mm.
this shit. Come on, man. Come on, Hunter. Even if he was sitting here, I tell, come on, Hunter.
So,
Put EO and Baby.
so you think she should be Rhea Ripley?
I just think she should be against Rhea at Mania. Honestly, at that point, the winner isn't even the biggest deal to me because I could justify both very easily, and that's
True.
to me the best matches. It's a win-win. You either keep elevating Rhea and keep having her be the massive mega star of the women's division, or you give Io a massive win on a massive stage. It's a fucking win-win scenario.
Which one would you be more happy with, though?
As a fan, seeing Io get that win on such a massive stage would just be really, really cool, and I'd be happy for her. So I think it's that option. But like I totally understand Rhea winning, and I think Rhea's also great, and I understand using Io's amazing in ring ability to help elevate Rhea. I think is also a really smart play. That's why I feel like it's a win win because of just how good both women are in the ring and their contrasting styles. I feel like no matter who wins the match, they're both gonna make each other look really good. You know what I mean?
You.
And so it's a great match. I feel like we gotta make a way. We gotta find a way to make it happen. That's the Mania match for me, and I hope we get that shit in Vegas this year. That's the goal. I'm starting the campaign. Get EO to Vegas. Let's do
Let's
it.
see, bro.
Let's do it.
Interesting. Especially with Elimination Chamber and the Royal Rumble earlier.
Yeah. It feels like her. That's why I said the chances are slim. It's gonna be a weird path if she is gonna make it, but we'll see what happens. Fuck it. Yeah, man. I'm confused. Solo Sikoa returned on the last episode of SmackDown to deliver a Samoan spike to everybody's favorite Cody Rhodes, and then just that was it. And I don't know why he did that or where we're going from here. And so I'm gonna ask you two questions, Lise. Why did he do that? And where are we going from here? And I want you to tell me. Go ahead. Because I don't
I don't know, bro. I feel like it's too soon to say anything because, like, we're recording this pre SmackDown,
know. Mm-hmm.
y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Because, bro, I don't know.
All right, so let me ask you a bit more specific question. Does the Bloodline 2.0 still exist? With him and the
I,
Tongans and
I
Jacob.
I don't know. Jacob's talking a lot of shit. He's by himself a lot, bro.
Does it seem like he's missed Solo a lot over the last few weeks? Seems like he's
I
been
don't know if
fine.
it's all the script, but
So why attack Cody of all people? Why do you think Solo's going after Cody?
go after the big dude.
Because they had a match last year on SmackDown, a title match. I think it was a cage match, if I remember correctly. It was a pretty good match. I think Cody jumped off the top of the cage. If I shit was fucking crazy. It was a good ass match on SmackDown. One of the better matches of the year last year, just on free TV. But since then, I feel like they haven't interacted much. It's been mostly Solo in the whole Ulafala situation,
Yeah.
which obviously he fumbled that shit. And now here we are, and he's going back after Cody, but then Jacob is right there. It is just, Tamatonga right there too. It's confusing. I'm confused as fuck, honestly. Like I really don't know what to make of that ending to SmackDown. And first of all, the hoodie shit is just such a meme at this point. Like that boy, he got so many pro clubs. It's crazy. But fucking Solo versus Cody at Chamber? Does that sound appetizing to you? Does that get you hyped up for a PLE? That get you ready to turn on the cock on a Saturday? Peacock? Yeah. Does that get you hyped to turn on Peacock on a Saturday?
Yeah, bro.
You jumping on the cock Saturday
Yeah, bro.
to watch Solo and Cody?
I turn on my cock, bro.
All right. And you excited for Solo and Cody to see that shit?
It'd be interesting, bro, with Kevin Owens on that.
Okay. You so that well, I feel like he's gonna be more occupied with Sammy. I feel like that's kind of the direction they're going for Chamber. So it's really just it would be just Cody versus Solo. I mean, unless maybe like a the only interference I think would be realistic would be like Roman. If he wants to come out and fuck over Solo and shit,
Mm-hmm.
like fuck you, you're not getting this shit, I'm getting that shit, type of thing. I'm saying though, like, do you want to see that match? Is that something that's exciting for you as a fan? Do you want to watch Solo versus Cody at Chamber?
I respect it.
You would want to see it?
Depending what type of match it is.
I don't know how honestly excited I am for that. That's a little.
I know Cody's putting the work though. Fucking Jacob Fatu might fucking interfere with those.
That's also realistic for sure. That's a possibility. I mean,
Who knows who's gonna fucking attack? Is he gonna attack Solo? Is he gonna attack Cody?
I just be curious to. We gotta hear from Solo, man, because he hasn't said a word since that fucking debut episode of Raw. Well, he didn't even talk there.
And he said he was dipping and shit like that.
Yeah, like he hasn't said shit since the whole Ula Fala feud. So it's been a good about 6-7 weeks probably since we've heard from Solo. I feel like we need to. If you want to justify to me that Solo's coming back after a month and a half, almost 2-month break, and he's gonna jump right back into a title match with Cody, we gotta someone's gotta explain to me why and how that happens and how that makes sense. That's all I'm trying to say. I guess there's always a way to explain it. It's pro wrestling at the end of the day. Anything can make sense if you try hard enough. But just to bring him back like that so randomly, like just at this point, like you said, before we've seen the next episode of SmackDown, we don't know what the fuck anything is leading to. I'm just so confused right now. I'm just so confused. I can see where you're coming from. I see some of the points you're making. I honestly don't know if I want to see Solo versus Cody at Chamber, but I haven't heard anything yet, so maybe Solo makes it make sense to me. But fuck it, man. Interesting ending to SmackDown, and we will see where it goes from here. We are about 2 weeks away from Elimination Chamber, a little over 2 weeks away at the time of recording. So it's a little bit too early to start making our full predictions, but we're gonna kind of predict it. Just our early vibe check on the Chamber before we really get all the way kind of balls deep into the build up over these next couple weeks. So we'll start with the men's Chamber, and I'm gonna run you through the confirmed participants based on matches that have happened so far and the promo that happened so far. So John Cena just said he's in it, so he's in it because he's John Cena and he does what he wants. Fuck you. CM Punk qualified, Drew McIntyre qualified, and unfortunately Logan Paul qualified. In the remaining qualifying matches we have, we will either get Finn Balor or Seth Rollins, or one of the three between Braun Strowman, Damian Priest, and Jacob Fatu. So I'm going to start by asking you who you think should win the remaining qualifying matches, starting with Finn versus Seth. Who do you want to see win that?
Damn.
It is a tricky one. I've also gone back and forth because I do, he's a visionary, he's a revolutionary, he's Seth freaking Rollins. I love the guy. But Finn could really use this. But this is, can I tell you, all right, can I tell you my deciding factor? And I'll see if this hits you at all. I'd love to see Finn in the Chamber. There's no chance in hell Finn wins the Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Seth is a legitimate threat to win the chamber. And
Fairs.
for added parity to the match overall, I think Seth is the better option. I don't know. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
As much as I think Finn needs some momentum, I just don't think this is the time or place.
I feel like it's gonna be an amazing match, a very close
Hundred
match.
percent a great
Yeah.
match. Fuck yeah. No, it's gonna
But
be a bang.
no, bro. Seth Rollins just has more story going towards that whole elimination chamber with everything, bro. Not even just his personal shit. He has stories with CM Punk. He has stories with fucking, bro. Fuck it. Everybody wants to see him go against Cena. Everybody wants to see him go against fucking, bro. It don't matter, bro.
No, exactly. I think Seth is just the right choice there for sure. As much as I love Finn and I'd love to see him get some momentum going this year, I don't think that's gonna be the time where it happens. This next one is the really interesting one to me though. Braun versus Damian versus Jacob. Braun Strowman, of course, not Braun Breaker. Um, where are you landing there in that triple threat? Lots of muscles, lots
Mm.
of big motherfuckers, one big son of a bitch. You got the king of the streets and the Samoan werewolf. There's lots of shit going on.
81. Oh, that's hard because I'm split between DP and fucking the werewolf, bro.
So I think everyone, because I'm also on that same vibe where it's like, it's really tough to call, but it's for sure not Braun Strowman. All due respect, former champ. Like I know he's, a great talent in his own right, but it feels like it's gonna be one of the two.
Who
Because
are they?
Damien just always wins. Like ever since they really started pushing him post Judgment Day, it's very rare that he loses a match.
It's not even that. Also, Jacob Fatu too,
And
bro.
then, but that's the thing is Jacob. It's the exact same thing. I don't know if Jacob has lost a match yet. I don't. He's only had hardly any singles matches. So I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a fucking banger. I tell you what, it could potentially be one of the best matches of the year on a non PLE show. So that I'm very excited for. But I do have to press you for an answer.
No fucking shot. Okay. No fucking shot. Bruh. Probably Fatu, bruh.
Fa. Pooh. I feel it. Honestly, I hate that we're like just so much in agreement. I feel like it's more fun when we disagree, but same, like I do fuck with Damian Priest like super, super tough. Like I've loved everything that they've done with him since the Judgment Day breakup. I know there's some people that hate on him. They call him fucking Super Priest. They feel like he gets booked
Mm-hmm.
too strong. The only like I could kind of see where that complaint comes from because of how much they kind of buried Finn and JD and Dom with the whole Judgment Day shit and Carlito, of course. But to me, that was a necessary evil to establish Damian Priest as that main event star, as that main event player. And I think he's a super, super great talent in ring, cuts great promos. He's busted his ass, like just the bits and pieces I've heard about his story to get to this spot. Like, I have nothing but the utmost respect for Damian Priest. But when I really just think about what the Elimination Chamber represents, I'll tell you this piece of context for the people that are still watching at this point. Because if you're still watching by now, you locked in. I fuck with you heavy. Growing up as a kid, when I first started watching wrestling, it was from YouTube. I would just look up matches and watch them on YouTube all day. And like, I'm talking like around 2010, 2011 ish.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite shit would be the Elimination Chamber matches because you got to see a bunch of different guys, six different wrestlers, which
Mm-hmm.
is a bunch of different cool
And
dudes.
basically the best of the time.
You get the random element that's kind of like the Royal Rumble, where it's like, oh, who's gonna come out next? Whose pot is gonna open? Blah blah blah. But then it's also that Hell in a Cell, like
Mm-hmm.
physical type of structured match where it's like you got people diving off the top of shit, getting thrown through shit, getting bashed off the cake, bro. The Elimination Chamber has always been one of my top tier favorite matches ever since I was a kid. And so I think about all of that brutality and physicality and chaos that I envision when I think of the Elimination Chamber. And Jacob Fatu is the personification. He's the human version of the Elimination Chamber. This fool can't even drink his water because he's so scared thinking about Jacob in the Elimination Chamber. Like, if you just think about what that match is supposed to represent, can you get the sip right? Oh, yeah, you got it. When you think about what that match is supposed to represent, Jacob Fatu has to be there. You know what I mean? He's that guy who fits that chamber. Like, imagine the hype when the light finally hits his pod and it opens up and he comes out like, dude, oh my god, it's gonna be the way that they're gonna sell it on commentary. Oh my god, the werewolves loose. Like, bro, it's gonna be fucking epic, bro. Yes, bro. He's gonna throw somebody through a pod for sure. Like,
break the pod, fucking mean, bro.
Bro, yeah, he might not even wait for his time to start. He might just kick the pod open type shit. I don't, bro. There's a lot that we could do with Jacob Fatu in an Elimination Chamber. So I agree with that. All right. We've been a bit long-winded on the qualifying matches, but that's what we're here for. So now let's assume, because we agreed on all of those, our Elimination Chamber match is going to be John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Seth freaking Rollins, and Jacob Fatu. Tell me who wins and why. Who do you got going up against Cody Rhodes, Night 2 main event, WrestleMania 41, Las Vegas, Nevada? Legion Stadium.
Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Jacob Fatu.
What? Lots of big names in there.
Who's the last two?
You said Cena, Punk, Drew, Jacob. So it's Cena, Punk, Drew, Logan Paul, Seth Rollins, Jacob Fatu.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, let's both just agree to toss Logan out of there. Like, let's just assume he's not gonna win. Let's hope that that's the case.
Honestly, bro, I feel like after the push that Cena got last time, and I feel like how fucking WWE's been going right now, they might give it to Cena.
You think so?
He might come in like in 4th or like 5th or some shit like that.
That's interesting. So Cena, Cody at Mania. Now I have to ask, does Cena win the 17th championship at WrestleMania?
You asked me for this every single time, bruh.
Because it's a big deal.
Honestly, I'm gonna say yeah, bruh.
I don't know how I feel about that. There's part of me as a massive fan of John Cena that loves it because I love John Cena. But there's part of me that worries that now his kind of story for his last year is concluded in a way.
The only reason,
but we still have like 8 months left in the year for Cena to be doing his farewell tour. Like, what story do we tell after Cena wins the record-breaking 17th title? You know?
He has to win it at his last WrestleMania, bro.
See, I feel like we've talked about this before. I feel like the way to do it is have him win it at the last PLE that he's on and have him kind of send him off as the champ. I feel like that's the way to do it. I don't know. That's just me. I like the idea of him kind of trying but coming up short. Like, I don't mind having Cena versus Cody at Mania. Can I tell you what I do? This is a bit ballsy. But let's just for the sake of it say that Cena is the guy for your scenario here. Cody's been showing a bit more heelish tendencies at times recently, showing that the weight of the belt is impacting his character at times. I say that Cody beats Cena and turns heel in the process. Like, it's a fucked up beat Cena.
Crazier, bro.
and we get a similar vibe to how it was at the end of WrestleMania 39, where it's like, wait, what do you mean? Because everyone's gonna go into it thinking Cena's gonna win. It's gonna be a big party, big
So do
celebration.
you think there's gonna be some shit like, oh, like fucking like Roman Reigns or like The Rock gets involved and like they attack Cena and like Cody Rhodes just like lets it happen? It's just like,
No, I don't even think you have an interference. I just think Cody like wrestles in a much harder, harsh style, less respectful style, gets the win over Cena,
mm,
and then like stunts on him. You know what I mean? Like in the promo battles leading up to it, I feel like Cody's gonna keep leaning into a bit more of that heelish side of him. But just the way that the match will happen and play out, I feel like it'll go down in a way where by the like climax of the match, by the peak of the match, the fans will be cheering Cena and booing Cody because they will have bought into the Cena winning the 17th idea. And so when Cody does some fucked up shit to get the win over Cena, it'll be like just a shock crowd moment. Raw after Mania, Cody comes out, cuts a vicious heel promo on Cena, calls him a washed up old motherfucker, whatever, and we get full heel Cody, and that's who Cena chases until the end of the year and actually beats Cody at some point later in the year. Or maybe even have some other babyface beat Cody and then Cena beat him, just if you want to it's a long landscape to predict
yeah,
everything, but I would like if that's the direction we go Cena versus Cody. I think I at least at this point, again, it's still early before Mania. I hold the right to change my opinion if I feel the need to. But as of right now, I think I'm most interested in seeing if we get Cody versus Cena, a Cody heel turn.
hmm.
How would you feel about that as a potential option to
I
how it
feel that's
plays
more
out?
far out than Cena winning the title at Mania.
Well, that's the more like just I feel like easy option. And not to say that it's bad. I'm just it is like the more kind of predictable option. I think there's still a way to make it work. Like it's John Cena winning a title at Mania. I feel like it's still gonna be a pretty
And
big
that's
moment.
interesting because I feel like he shut down like the Cody heel turn when I told you like the Homelander type of shit, and you're like, no, Cody can't do that. No,
I don't know when we talked about it. It was a while ago though, I
mm,
feel like. When did you bring it up to me?
it's probably like probably a couple months ago. We were definitely talking about it, like Cody probably going heel with like I think it was going against Kevin Owens probably.
Mm, I mean, like for a while after Mania, I felt like yeah, turning him heel was off the table because of just what he meant to the company and how like the merch and all that type of shit, like him being the kind of like new Cena, quote unquote. But I feel like in the build up to the ladder match against KO and then his performance in that ladder match, I feel like that was when I started to really be able to see the vision of a potential heel Cody. So maybe that is when my opinion kind of
Mm.
shifted on that to answer your question is around because that's when they started to show me that those layers are there and like that promo that they had with Punk and Cody right before the Rumble where Punk is
Yeah,
kind of unpacking all this shit that Cody is going through and shit. Like to me, that's the point where I feel like we've started to see the potential of a Cody heel turn that makes sense.
yeah.
And so I feel like now I would be here for it. I would be here for it. Especially against Cena. I think that would make it really interesting. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I agree with you as far as like we said the qualifying matches, but I disagree with you on your winner. I am still holding out hope that this can be the year
Christian Punk.
of CM Punk. I feel like Punk versus Cody. The fact that Jay picked Gunther is what really still gave me hope because I always thought, even when I was predicting Punk to win the Rumble, that Punk would pick Cody. So no matter how we get there, it's kind of irrelevant in a way. As long as we get to Punk versus Cody at WrestleMania, that's what I want. That's what I really want. And I want Punk to win the title. That's what I want.
You want him to be Cody
That's what I want.
title,
That is what I want.
and when is that gonna lead to? Also heel Cody.
That one I don't think has to as much. because Punk has already kind of called him out on everything and told him, like, I know that the title's weighing heavy on you. Like, I feel like in a way it could be a reset for Cody, and he can kind of maybe be off TV for a bit and then kind of come back as a rejuvenated babyface, going fresh back after CM Punk. But like, I feel like in a way, Punk beating Cody would be like the conclusion of that story of him kind of losing his shit, and then like he lost his shit so much that he lost the title. And you know what I mean? And then it's a reset for Cody.
And then you think it's gonna be fucking Punk Cena who beats Punk for the title at that point?
I think that would be fucking amazing if Punk holds on to the belt for the next like 8 months after Mania, and right towards the end of the year you have Cena beat Punk for the title. It's fucking fire. It's kind of fucking fire. I love that. To me, that's my dream scenario. If I was in the driver's seat of WWE creative, that's how I would book it.
So
because we accomplish everything we need to accomplish throughout the year. I think Cody could do with some sort of a reset, and so that does that. I think Punk, at his age, we don't know how much longer he's going to be at this level of an in-ring performer. We've been fucked him over in the past so many years at WWE. Let's give that motherfucker the moment he deserves. And that leads us perfectly into a moment with him and Cena that has all the nostalgia that works perfect. Like, it does so many good things for everyone along the way that I feel like Punk winning Chamber, Punk beating Cody, Punk dropping the belt to Cena, and then Cena vacating the championship, and then we go full reset start of 2026. Oof. Ooh. To me, that's fire. That's fucking sick. I would be really excited to see where that goes from there. And then you do some little tournament, and the new champion start of 2026 is Braun Breaker. Fuck it. Let's go crazy. Let's go nuts. Let's go crazy. Let's go nuts, dude.
yeah, no. I don't know where that one came from, but yeah, bro.
From my heart and my soul. Yeah. I might have looked a little far ahead into the future.
Maybe.
Just a little bit. But that's how I'm feeling right now. Obviously, we'll do like a more official Elimination Chamber preview, predictions, once everything is settled in the actual build up to the chamber. But that's our vibe check fantasy book of how we would want to see it play out as of right now for the men's Elimination Chamber. I think we both honestly, I think either of us got solid options. I wouldn't be mad at Cena winning for sure. Like, I think that's a very strong choice, and I don't think you'd be mad at Punk winning. I think those are both, they're in a pretty easy win-win scenario as long as Logan Paul doesn't win the chamber.
Honestly,
anyone else is kind of a W. Like, who's gonna be in there? Because even if it's Jacob or Seth or whoever, Drew, like whoever it ends up being, I feel like I'm gonna be happy with.
If it was Drew, I'll be kind of mad.
I love Drew. I like Drew a lot.
Bro, just kiss him.
I'd rather see Drew against Roman
just kiss
at Mania, but as long as Drew's getting a push, I'm
just
happy.
Kiss him already. Yeah, just kiss him already.
I don't know if he'd want to kiss me.
Just tell him I kiss him, no, because that's how much you fucking want to fucking you be riding him, bro. That sucks.
Match of the year last year doesn't ring a bell to you?
Yeah.
Split his head open on a steel steps doesn't ring a bell to you? Destroyed his fucking back on steel steps doesn't ring a bell to you? Got hit in the head with fucking hella shit. None of that rings a bell to you?
Just tell me you kissed his boo-boos.
I think somebody did, probably his wife, but
you did.
But Drew is him. You better respect Drew McIntyre.
If
L Show respects Drew McIntyre.
If he comes to L Show one day, I'll fucking literally stand up to him, bro. Oh God. Save this. Clip this.
Okay.
The day we have Drew McIntyre on our show,
you'll step to him. Mm-hmm. And what would you even say?
I don't know. We'll see when it comes to that point.
Like, why you got pressure for bro? Why you gotta step to him?
I don't got pressure.
Why are you being hostile as a host? First of all, that's not good hosting. You.
I'm just,
You're just different.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, Drew McIntyre. I apologize for my co-host. I'll not let him step to you like that. Cause I don't want you to die.
It's okay.
You are a crazy ass motherfucker. So we just kind of looked ahead to the men's elimination chamber, kind of a little bit of fantasy booking, how we would want to see the whole match and all the lead up to WrestleMania play out. So let's go ahead and do the same with the women's. So we'll start with our confirmed competitors just to kind of lay out the table here. So we got Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Bailey that are confirmed at the time of recording. The remaining qualifying matches that we got is Chelsea Green versus Naomi and Roxanne Perez versus Raquel Rodriguez. So, first of all, we'll start the same way we did last time. Who do you think is going to win those remaining qualifying matches, starting with Chelsea Green versus Naomi?
Naomi's for
I
sure
feel like
gonna
that's a
win.
layup.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
that's
they're not
what it
gonna
is,
put
yeah.
someone who has their own
Win a
mid card
title.
championship. It just doesn't make sense. I don't even know why they're in qualifier matches. To be honest, I thought the same thing when I saw Lyra
It's just to push
in one of the matches.
Naomi
earlier.
probably.
But why put Chelsea in the match? The set like they had Bailey versus Lyra Valkyria recently on the I think it was on SmackDown or Raw for the qualifier, and it's like, bro, why are we putting the? It was on Raw, and like, why the hell we put in the mid card champions in the qualifier matches? That don't even make sense to me.
Just to push, easy push for the other fucking people to win.
But it devalues the mid card championships, which just got added recently within the last like 6-ish months
It's
or
not
so.
devalue it. It's like why?
Well, it does. If
Why-
you put them into these matches and they have to put the fucking other talent over.
Unless fucking one of those mid card titles had a fucking crazy ass push, they deserve a double title. But like,
Well,
no
no, that's why I'm
deserves a
saying they
double
shouldn't
title.
be in the qualifying matches to begin with. Like, it should be assumed that they have their own other shit to deal with. Like, you don't see Braun Breaker in none of these matches. You don't see Shinsuke in none of these matches. But in the women's division, the mid card champions are getting forced into these qualifying matches. There should be other women who don't have a championship who want to win a championship trying to get into the Elimination Chamber. I just don't understand it. But I say all that to say, I 100% agree with you that Naomi's going to beat Chelsea Green. Just that's going to happen. Roxanne Perez versus Raquel Rodriguez.
Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne Perez is going to win. Like, after that Rumble performance, you don't have something like that happen without a major push coming behind it. So let's assume that our competitors in the Women's Elimination Chamber are going to be Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Bailey, Naomi, and Roxanne Perez. I'll ask you the same question. Who wins and why?
Like I said, Roxanne Perez, bro.
Wins the chamber?
Oh, wins the chamber for between.
I said, yeah, between all 6 of them, yeah.
It's Liv Morgan. Who else?
I just read you the list. I'll read it again. Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Bailey, Naomi, and Roxanne Perez.
Ooh. Ooh. Definitely not Naomi.
That's so shady. Why you say it like that? Definitely not Naomi.
She's probably
You're a fucking asshole.
She's probably have a good run, probably coming in second or some shit. She's in locked in.
Bro, why you... What you be... You crazy. Okay. So you think she'll start off the match?
Mhm.
Okay, whatever. I could see it, I guess. Anyways, so we know it's not Naomi. Who else?
Oh,
You can tell me who it's not gonna be or who it's gonna be. I mean, I asked you who's gonna win, but if you keep telling me who's not gonna win, eventually we'll make our way there. Either way.
bro. Fuck.
It's tough. I know.
I feel like just because it's WWE, it might be a Liv Morgan.
No.
Yeah.
No. The only way that happens is if Charlotte picks Rhea. If Charlotte picks Rhea before Chamber happens,
Nah, you
that
seen
opens up Liv as a possibility to win. Now, can I tell you why? There's just no way on God's green earth in any fucking possible universe that WrestleMania 41 has a match that's Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. Because we done seen that match so many times, different variations of that feud happen in so many matches over the last year. It's done. It's over. Like, Rhea against Liv. Liv is not a serious competitor there. We've seen that so many times. I feel like no one can expect Liv to win. So the only way, like I said, I can buy Liv winning the chamber, but only if Charlotte has picked Rhea, because then Liv versus Tiffany, that's different. That's something fresh. I think people would get behind that. I think that could be interesting. But that's the only way I think. So are you predicting Liv as your winner? Is that you're locking it in?
I think so, yeah, bro.
That's interesting, bruh. That's interesting. Honestly,
It's probably be like some big ass upset, bro. I feel like
it's not impossible, but I don't think it's likely. Just because she just had such a long title run and was like, I just feel like they're gonna go in a different direction just for the sake of keeping things fresh. I'd be surprised if they went right back to Liv. I agree with you that I don't think Naomi has much of a chance. I don't think Bailey has much of a chance, to be totally honest with you. But I think the other four competitors are all in different levels in the mix. I don't think Liv quite as much, but I could see it. I, as a fan, would love to see it be Roxanne, but I don't think that's really as possible. I really would love to be wrong, but doubt that's gonna happen. So it comes down to probably either Bianca or Alexa in my mind.
damn.
And at that point, I'm undecided even right now. Shit. So the theory behind Bianca winning is that it's safe. Like, we know that she's gonna put on a banger match against either Rhea or Tiffany. You could have her win, put the belt on her for a little bit, and then that opens up a lot of different feuds with Jade and Naomi and whoever attacked Jade and all the different stuff there. Like, there's a lot of shit that could open up. So that's a good option. Alexa Bliss is like the kind of new toy in a sense. Like, she just came back after a while, and so there's a lot of hype around her right now. There's all that buzz, and it could lead in an interesting direction. Fuck. I think I might go with Bianca at that point.
Wow.
No, but nah. See, what if Jade fucks her over somehow? Okay, I'll go with Alexa. I'll go with Alexa right
Nah,
now.
what if she's still get to the white sick shit?
Nah, I'm going with Alexa early right
They're
now.
trying to fuck with her.
Nah, they're gonna support her, bruh. They're gonna support her. She's gonna win the title with the White Six. Potentially. But I think it's Alexa. And I think it's Alexa versus
Rhea.
probably, yeah. It feels like that makes more sense.
She's gonna try to like fuck with their head and shit.
Honestly, that would be a really entertaining. Yeah, that could be a good feud with her doing that like Wyatt Six type of shit. I think Alexa versus Rhea, and then Liv or not Liv, fucking Charlotte versus Tiffany. I think those are strong women's title matches for WrestleMania. I'm behind that. I support that.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, Elimination Chamber.
You saw it.
We predicted it. That's perfect. I don't know why they don't just let us come up with creative, dude. Like, we got it locked in.
It's because you're not smarter than us, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, bro. I'm better, bro.
My fault. I actually forgot to put this on the topic list, but I remembered as we were talking about the chamber, the Alexa Bliss shit you wanted to talk about. I do think it's interesting. So basically, the question is Alexa Bliss going to be a part of the Wyatt Six? Yes or no? The follow up question to that is that a good thing? Yes or
Yeah,
no?
yes, no.
So yes, she's gonna be a part of the Wyatt Six. No, it's a bad thing, or no, it's not a good thing.
Too soon. I feel like they're pushing it too soon.
Why do you feel that way?
Even though you're saying earlier that Alexa Bliss is gonna win the title with fucking the White Six and shit, it shouldn't be like that. It should be by herself. Cause like, how did she win the title the last other times? With fucking Bray Wyatt or whatever, all the fucking fiend shit or whatever.
Mhm. I mean, I'm not saying they necessarily have to interfere in the match itself, but I think, like you said, kind of in the build up to it, them fucking with Rhea, kind of getting in her head, that type of shit. I think that that could be really interesting. So I agree that I think we should get Alexa involved in the Wyatt Six,
But so
but I
what?
disagree. I think it'll
That
be a good thing.
that changes the whole direction of the White Six. Supposedly, how they're supposed to be punishing or whatever.
I just feel like it gives them that main event player in the women's division to give a little bit more steam to the group overall. So now you've got Bo Dallas on the men's side and Alexa on the women's side that could kind of be the top level.
So you think that's the direction of the White Six next now, considering fucking fucking they got transferred to SmackDown and fucking what's that shit with carrying Cross, that whole
Mm,
fucking shit got dismantled. They all got
yeah, yeah.
fucking based side for
They
side.
yeah. Well, yeah, obviously they're going in a little bit of a new direction with that stuff, but no, I think that the I do think the Wyatt Six needs kind of like a breath of fresh air, and I feel like that Alexa Bliss getting added to the group would be that thing that could give it that just little bit more of a pop factor. Like people get excited to see her and shit like
And
that,
like
and
she's
her
gonna
getting
be like
involved
the
with the group would be
co-leader with Bo
big.
Dallas and shit.
And yeah, that's why I'm saying like Uncle Howdy and her is kind of the co leaders of the group, being able to go after people in the men's and women's division at that point. And I just feel like it would give a little bit of some added momentum to the group, which it definitely needs right now. And then from there, hopefully, we can start to get them going at more factions or targeting more individuals, however they want to do it. But especially if you have a title involved in that picture for a bit, like just imagine how cool it would be having the women's champion involved in the Wyatt Six and shit. Like that would be awesome. And it doesn't have to be the longest title run or anything like that, but I think that it would be, I don't know. I just think it would be a really good way to finally get the group that momentum that it really has been lacking since they kind of debuted. I feel like that was the peak of the whole Wyatt Six, like just the hype
Build up
around
and
it was
shit,
super
yeah.
high at the time. But then since then it's kind of slowly dwindled out. And now they don't even appear on TV. I don't know if I don't think we've seen them all year.
Not really.
And so, I mean, it's just, bro, we got to do something to freshen everything up. And I feel like this could be the way to do it. And they've been teasing it. Like, she came out with the jacket and everything like that. So,
It's not even that. Or I don't know if you noticed when she had her match, they had like the little fucking like the little like glitch thing.
yeah, I did see people talking about that and stuff too. Yeah. So, I mean, bro, like, yeah, like, let's do it. I don't know. I hear where you're coming from that you're worried because so far the way the Wyatt Six has been booked has not been great. And so I feel like you don't want to see Alexa Bliss potentially get
It's like they're
wrapped up in that
it's like they're
shit.
putting all of it on her back though. That's how it's gonna feel like.
Well, I'm hoping that it's more of a mutually beneficial thing. Like it gives her this cool character shit to play off of, which helps build her up, and then her star power in return helps to build them up, and it all kind of works as a mutually beneficial thing. Ideally, I feel like that's how it goes. So we'll see, bro. We'll see, but I think we're both in agreement that it just feels like they're teasing it so heavily. She's gonna get involved with them at some point. We just gotta figure out when and how. But I'm here for it, man. I'm excited to see it because I just want to see them back involved on TV. And if that's how it happens, then fuck it, let's do it. So yeah, man.
Mm.
I'm down.
Alright, alright.
We'll see. See how that shit goes. Fuck you, fool.
No one cares what you think, bro.
Oh.
No one cares what you think, bro.
My mom says I'm special.
My mom did that. She told me the same thing. I don't give a fuck no more.
Jesus.